Hello, this is our second Modbox devlog where we're showing off the new creations and mods in the latest update. So the biggest change this week has been the Suburbia mod, which we added because we saw a lot of people making houses on the workshop and we wanted to make that a lot easier. So this is a large mod, probably contains about 400 entities or so, and there's a variety of different environments you can start with. Some with already made houses you can just fill up, and then others with empty lots you can just create your own house entirely. So, the first thing I'll go into is the model home, to show that off. The other new creation this week is the Hero's Path, which we added to show the camera waypoint system. So the camera waypoint system is something you can place on a level to control where the player's camera can go down. So for this, we just made an infinite runner type of game where you have to dodge these creations and traps to get to the end. So I'll go into the model home and I'll edit that first. So, this is the model home created by Harley. All the pieces are very modular. You can take them off, move them around. They should all work on a grid pretty well. And some of it's interactable, some of it is breakable, but there's still a lot of elements that we're adding to make it easier to add more interaction options. There's a large amount of different house parts. Some rocks and building parts. I'll just add that right there for no reason. Alright. So I'll go to play and just walk in and start interacting with some of this stuff. Some of the drawers you can open. You can walk up the stairs. You can't play guitar yet, unfortunately. Right, I'll go back into edit mode. So the other thing to show off this week is the new camera waypoint system used in this Hero's Path creation. First thing I'll do though is show it off in this creation just to show how it works. So it should have, I need to enable the mod first. Camera waypoints. There we go. And it should be its own entity category. Okay. So I'll add this controller, which sets the speed of the waypoints and how fast the camera moves, and you can wire it to set when you want to actually enable the camera. And then I'll add the first waypoint right beside the starting position. So this is where it should go first, and I'll have it go over here. And then through this window for some reason. I'll add one more. And then I'll go change the speed. So you can see the preview of this little guy flying around. I'll increase the smooth speed to be about 21, which is probably too fast, but whatever. I can also set if I wanted looping or not, so it actually will stop at the end, or I can set to wait at specific waypoints for a few seconds. And the other option is this pane on head collide mode, which we just added to making VR runner creation where you want the player to die if they hit a wall easier to make. And that's what we use for the other creation. So, yeah, I'll just go into play mode and try it out. Well, that's definitely too fast, but that all works. Right, I'll go back in edit mode. Before going to the Hero's Path, I think I'll go into the Haunted Plains to show off the new holster system. So, this is just the creation we added last update, where it's just a wave-based shooter with a variety of guns around. But one thing that's kind of annoying is actually having to go and pick up the guns. I'll change it to, rather than teleport, directional movement. And then I'll add a holster. So I think that's in the editor category. There we go, holster. So these will just automatically go on the player, and and the player can put guns in them, or any item they pick up. But one thing I can do in edit mode is set the default ones. So I'll add a dynamite to this one. Maybe I'll make it upside down like that so it's easy to grab. And this gun. I'll go like that. Alright. One thing I can do also is I can just place these in the world so that they don't attach to the player. But for this one, I'll just attach to the player. I'll edit this one. I'll say respawn starting entity. So that means after I take out the dynamite, it'll respawn that dynamite. And that should all work. So for online, I'm going to edit that. Did that not go in? There we go. So for online, I'll create these holsters for each player that joins. So you can make a deathmatch level and actually set the starting entities this way. Where'd that guy come from? And then the dynamite will just continually respawn on the other hand. Alright, well, that's enough of that creation. I'll lastly show off this hero's path before showing the Oculus Touch support. So this is the actual one we made. So this is using the camera waypoint system to throw the player throughout this creation. And I added a little difficulty selection, but it depends on which sword you pick up. So I'll go into the waypoints, the wiring system, and show that if you pick medium, on pickup it'll set the movement speed of the camera waypoint system to 11. And then there's a different one for easy and hard. And it also is set so as soon as you pick up the one of these swords, it calls a function on that, which is set to enable the camera waypoint system, and then this sound effect, and also start the music. And there's a large variety of traps all over, and this is a very long level actually. So I'll go into play mode to try this out, although it's pretty difficult. Right, I'll pick hard to start. Okay, that was terrible. Oh, God. Alright, well, I'm not doing that this video, so that's enough of that. And lastly, I'll show off the Oculus Touch support. Okay, I just want to make a quick part of this video to show the touch controllers in Modbox. It's pretty much the same as the Vive. You have the grip buttons on the side to move around. There's a grabber in edit mode you can grab stuff with. The radio menu comes up that you can select stuff with the joystick. And to bring up the build menu is the joystick, also the joystick button. And then you can rotate it with the joystick. I'll enlarge this, and go to edit mesh, and change the face, like that. And the one new addition is a rotate button, which lets you rotate 45 degrees in either direction, just so you can keep facing forward. So I'll go into the menu and I'll go play. And you can still rotate in play mode. And that's it.